Denise Lewis, the Olympic gold medalist and one of Britain's most recognizable sports figures, has recently addressed a deeply personal chapter of her life, the end of her long-term marriage. Known for her athletic achievements and her engaging presence in media and public life, Lewis's announcement of her separation marks a transition that has drawn significant attention, not only because of her public profile but also because of the depth of her contributions to sport and society at large. Lewis's rise to international prominence came through track and field, where she established herself as a dominant heptathlete. Her athletic career was defined by remarkable discipline, resilience, and a competitive spirit that propelled her to the top of global competition. Central to her legacy is the Olympic gold medal she earned, an achievement that enshrined her as one of the United Kingdom's celebrated athletic heroes. Her victory was not simply a personal triumph. It resonated widely, inspiring future generations of athletes, especially young women in sport. Beyond her athletic prowess, Lewis's career evolved into roles that kept her in the public eye. She became a respected broadcaster and commentator, lending insight and credibility to major sporting events. Her voice carried authority, shaped by experience and an ability to communicate complex physical performance with clarity and warmth. Whether in major championships on television or in community engagement work, her presence has been influential. Amid all this public success stood a significant personal relationship: her partnership with music executive Steve Finan O'Connor. Their marriage, which lasted nearly 2 decades, was a stable and supportive union that seemed at odds with the headline-grabbing ups and downs often associated with celebrity relationships. Together, they built a family and shared life experiences that span the heights of professional achievement and the everyday moments that shape human connection. However, as Lewis recently confirmed, that marriage has come to a close. Her statement acknowledged that she and O'Connor made a considered and respectful decision to go their separate ways. Though this decision followed a period of private separation, Lewis chose to address the situation publicly to articulate her perspective and clarify what this change means for her personally and professionally. In her message, Lewis emphasized that the decision was not made impulsively or without profound reflection. She described a process marked by mutual respect and a shared commitment to care for one another, even as their paths diverged. For a couple with a long history together, this tone of respect stands out. It reframes separation not as antagonism or erasure of shared experience, but as an evolution of a relationship that once thrived and now transitions into a different form of coexistence. Central to Lewis's narrative was her emphasis on gratitude. She expressed appreciation for the years spent together, underscoring the significance of what they built as partners and as parents. That sense of gratitude extended not only to her former partner but to their broader support networks, friends, family, and the community that has followed her journey over the years. She acknowledged the complexity of ending a long-standing partnership, recognizing that it involved not only 2 individuals but a constellation of shared commitments and memories. Lewis also articulated a forward-looking priority: maintaining a positive co-parenting relationship. This language reflects a thoughtful approach to transition, one rooted in the well-being of her children and their emotional stability. Rather than retreating into recrimination or public conflict, she emphasized collaboration and mutual respect as guiding principles for how they will navigate family life moving forward. For many observers, this reflects not only maturity but a deep commitment to keeping the interests of their children at the forefront. Throughout her statement, there was an evident theme of reflection and self-awareness. Lewis did not shy away from acknowledging the emotional complexity of the situation, the sadness that naturally accompanies the end of a shared life, but also the potential for growth and renewal that can emerge from such moments. She spoke with a voice that balanced vulnerability with strength, conveying that endings, while challenging, can also be opportunities for redefinition rather than mere loss. Her decision to speak publicly about her divorce also invites a broader conversation about how high-profile individuals navigate personal changes under public scrutiny. Lewis has always maintained a poised public persona, one informed by discipline and professionalism developed through years in elite sport. Yet the choice to share this aspect of her life opens a different window, one that reveals the humanity beneath the public figure, the emotional realities that connect her story to those of many who face similar personal crossroads away from the spotlight. Importantly, Lewis's announcement resonated with many who have experienced the end of long-term relationships not as calamity but as transformation. Her framing suggested that personal reinvention and emotional resilience are not only possible, but can flourish when grounded in respect, honesty, and commitment to shared values beyond the confines of a romantic partnership. Observers and fans alike noted the authenticity of her message. In a cultural climate where celebrity relationships often end in acrimony or sensationalism, Lewis's approach stood as a model of dignity and thoughtful communication. She acknowledged the complexity of human relationships, that love and respect can coexist with change, and that separation does not negate the value of what was once shared. Her emphasis on co-parenting reinforced a narrative that prioritizes the emotional well-being of children and the importance of collaborative continuity in family life. While Lewis's announcement focused on the personal and relational dimensions of her divorce, it also underscores her ongoing role as a public figure and role model. Her career, both in sport and in media, has been shaped by discipline, integrity, and a commitment to excellence. These same qualities underpinned her message about moving forward with resilience and purpose. She acknowledged that life's transitions are part of the broader human experience, that joy and difficulty often coexist, and that strength is as much about emotional openness as it is about public achievement. In reflecting on her journey, many noted that Lewis's artistic and athletic legacy provides a context for understanding her current transition. Her ability to confront challenges with clarity and self-respect has always been evident, from the intense competition of Olympic arenas to the noise of media scrutiny. Her handling of her personal change follows that pattern, grounded, thoughtful, and focused on what it means to live with intention and grace. As she continues to navigate life beyond her marriage, Lewis's priorities reflect a combination of personal growth, familial commitment, and professional engagement. Her story remains an example of how individuals can embrace change not with bitterness or denial, but with a sense of continuity and hope. In her announcement, she honored what was, acknowledged what is, and pointed toward what will be, a narrative arc familiar to anyone who has wrestled with the end of one chapter and the beginning of